Hello and welcome to your imagination practice session. Today I'm going to be giving you tons and tons of little imagination prompts just to get you used to using your imagination more and hopefully improving your imagination abilities. I'll try and throw in some juicy hand movements when I can just to add to the ASMR experience. So first we're going to start out with some easier imagination prompts that are more rooted in real life, and by the end we'll be doing some really fantastical and amazing things. So when you're ready, the first thing that we're going to be imagining is smelling a fresh cup of tea or coffee. So getting that mug, feeling the warmness of the mug, smelling the yummy aroma of the tea or coffee. What does it look like? What does it smell like? Maybe what it's like to take that first sip. And how does it feel when you get that first taste and it warms your whole body as it goes down your throat? And next, I want you to imagine that we are running to the grocery store to pick up some snacks. These are going to be your favorite snacks. So imagine this grocery store aisle has every little snack that you need. Imagine the boxes and the packaging, all the colors around you, the high shelves, the annoying music playing over the intercom, the hustle and bustle of everybody rolling their carts around and searching for other things, and then finding your perfect snack, picking it up and putting it in your basket. Next, we're going to move to a super cozy cafe. So reset yourself into this beautiful cafe setting where you can hear the clanking of dishes from behind the counter. Maybe you're sitting in a super comfy recliner. Maybe you're on your phone scrolling something nice. Maybe you're reading something really interesting. Just whatever you want to do in this cozy cafe setting. What kind of people are around you? Are you all by yourself? Are you with a friend or a family member? Are you working on something? Or are you just enjoying a moment of peace and solitude? Okay, next, erase that, and now we're going to imagine that we're tying our shoes. So feeling the feeling of pulling the lace through your hands and wrapping those laces around each other, making that first knot, feeling your shoe tighten around your foot, and then making your little rabbit ears, pulling them through, and ta-da! We have our shoes tied and it feels so snug and nice on our feet. Okay, next scene. I want you to imagine that you're standing outside on a rainy day and you can feel the raindrops falling all around you. Maybe they are hitting your face. Maybe they're hitting your arm. Maybe you have a nice umbrella and you can just hear the pitter-patter of rain. Whatever you want in this rainy day, just imagine how it feels, how it smells, how peaceful it is to have the rain all around you. Perfect. Now, next scene. You're inside from the rain and you're holding a nice warm bowl of soup. And it can be your favorite soup in the whole world. You can feel the warmth of the bowl all around you. And you can smell the beautiful fresh ingredients. And you can feel the coziness of maybe being just a little bit cold a second ago in the rain, but now you're all warm and cozy. And feel the feeling of grabbing your spoon and picking up that soup and taking a bite. And how it feels to taste that soup and how it feels warming up your whole body as you have that first bite. Soup. Okay. Next scene. I want you to imagine that you have been given a big, beautiful check for $1,000, and all you have to do is sign your name on the back. So have your amazing $10,000 check in front of you, and pick up your pen, feel what the pen feels like in your hands, and go through the motions of signing your name on the back to claim that amazing chunk of money as your own. Feel the scratching of the paper. You can even feel the paper, maybe even has a little bit of a smell. You can also feel how good it is to know that you have this amazing amount of money coming to you. A nice little abundance gift. Good. So, next, I want you to imagine that you are snuggled up in bed and you are feeling the delicious comfort of your blanket, putting the fabric between your fingers, rubbing it around in your hands. Is it super soft and plush? Is it cooling and silky or satin? What kind of fabric are you hanging on to? And what does it feel like along your fingertips? Good. And next scene, you are on a beach and you are walking barefoot in the sand. So I want you to imagine what it feels like to have the sand on your feet. Is it warm, dry sand that you can feel surrounding your whole foot each time you step down? Or are you near the water and so it's squishy, wet sand that you can feel coming up through your toes, but it is cool and relaxing? Just imagine each footstep in that sand and how it feels. Good. Next. Now I want you to imagine that you're holding the most perfectly round orange, and it is bright with color. You can already smell the amazing fragrance through the skin, and you're going to peel this orange. So feel your fingernails dig into the skin and make that first peel there. As you do that, you might get a little spray of citrus and get that really fresh aroma of this orange permeating through the air. And then go ahead and peel the orange skin away. What does it feel like? Is the orange skin perfectly smooth or kind of bumpy? Can you hear the noises of the skin peeling away from the orange. And then you're left with this beautiful bare orange that you can break into segments. Feel the cooler, soft skin. Maybe you want to peel off those little extra strings of pith or skin. Good. So that was our good, nice little imagination warm-up. Now we're going to get just a little bit more far-fetched, going to different places and imagining new scenes. So, next scene is that you are going to be riding your bike down a beautiful country road. So I want you to imagine the bike that you're on. What color is it? How many wheels does it have? Is it electric or even a motorcycle? Does it have a basket on the front? Is there anything in the basket? Are you with anybody? What time of day is it? What does the sky look like? Is it bright blue, beautiful sunny day? Is it sunset? Is it sunrise? And what does the countryside look like around you? What do you see along the sides? Are there rows and rows of crops? Are there beautiful roses or flowers or trees all in a line? What does your side scenery look like? Good. Okay. Next, we're going from the ground to the sky, and I want you to imagine that you are in a hot air balloon in the middle of a beautiful scenescape. So first, I want you to imagine what your balloon looks like. What color is it? Does it have a pattern? Does it float easily, or are you kind of suspended in one spot? What does the sky look like? What time of day is it? And where are you? Are you in the beautiful countryside still? Are you over a city? Are you over some amazing water? Are you in a fantasy environment like an enchanted forest or a castle kingdom or a hobbit village? Just imagine yourself in this hot air balloon with the wind blowing in your face. Good. Next, I want you to be in a warm summer evening and you are surrounded by fireflies. There's just cute little fireflies everywhere, speckling your vision with nice bursts of light. Are they normal fireflies that just have that kind of little yellow orangey glow? Or are they magical fireflies that are pink or purple or green or red? Or do they shoot sparkles out each time they do a little burst of light? Is it totally pitch black out, or is it still kind of dusk with a little bit of pinks and purples in the sky? Just imagine all these little fireflies dancing around you. Good. And next we are going to a body of water. I want this to be a comfortable and soothing body of water for you that you are swimming in or floating in, if that makes you feel more safe and comfortable. What color is the water around you? Is it crystal clear or is it more blue in color? How does the water feel rushing around you? Can you feel a current like a river, or is it just very still and holding you there? Is it cool on a hot summer's day or warm on a winter's day like a hot spring? How does the water feel? And what do you feel around you? Can you see anything in the water? Are there cattails or fishies or some sort of magical creature all around you? How is this perfectly pristine little lake or pond or river treating you right now? Good. Okay, next we are going to a field of very tall grass. So it can be big, tall pieces of grass, it could be a cornfield, just anything that's really tall. You are perfectly safe and secure. There are no harmful little buggies anywhere. You just are in this magical little space. How does it feel on your arms to feel the tall grass brush against you? Is it soft and dry? Is it slightly dewy? Can you smell anything around you? Are these fragrant grasses or corn or whatever? Does it feel a little bit itchy? Does it feel like you're ready to get out and go find some shorter grass again? Wherever you are, teleport yourself to a comfortable location and reset. Okay, now we're going from our tall grass to the top of a mountain, and I want you to imagine where this mountain is. Is it a mountain that you're familiar with and have been to before? Is it one that you've just heard about? Is it a fantasy mountain in a whimsical space or on another planet? Is the top of the mountain snowy? Or is it nice and clear in the middle of summer? What do you see in front of you? I want you to imagine that it is sunrise and you have made it to this mountaintop so easily, and you're watching the sun just barely peek up from the bottom and coming to see you. And it's so relaxing seeing the sunrise come up, seeing all the colors change in the sky, seeing the birds fly around, feeling the wind in your face. Good. Reset time. Now I want you to imagine that you are having your Disney princess moment, and you have held your hand out and a cute little bird has landed in your palm. And I want you to imagine what color this bird is. Is it a sweet little hummingbird? Is it a crow? Is it a little parrot or a parakeet or any other bird in the world that you can think of or imagine? And I want you to imagine what it feels like to have their little feet hitting your palm. Maybe they rest in your hand and you can feel their heartbeat going. But either way, they're perfectly content and happy to be sitting there with you. Can you feel how soft their feathers are? Can you see them getting sleepy and cozy and nestling in even more? Just enjoying your little bird friend here. Good. Next, we are going to be walking through an ancient forest. It is full of old growth trees that are as tall as you can imagine. They have huge trunks, and there's a large canopy of leaves and branches all above you that block out most of the sunlight, but you do get some nice little beams of sunlight coming through. And maybe there are some crumbled ruins around you. Do you see any structures or old cement or anything like that around you? Are there little statues that show signs of an old civilization? Or is this purely touched by nature? Just the most beautiful, pristine location. Good. Okay. Next, I want you to imagine that you are lying on a picnic blanket and watching the clouds go by. The sky is perfectly blue, and there are very fluffy white clouds just drifting through the sky all around you. And every once in a while, you see one that takes a shape, and it kind of molds into your imagination. And I want you to imagine what those shapes are. What are the clouds trying to paint a picture of for you? Do they move fast? Do they move really slowly? Good. Okay, next I want you to imagine that you are standing on the edge of a cliff. You're perfectly safe, nothing bad can happen to you. You are just experiencing this amazing, beautiful moment of seeing a vast scenescape in front of you, and the wind is rushing into your face. You can feel it all around you. There's wind everywhere. And what do you see? Are you overlooking a city? Are you overlooking a castle? Are you overlooking a ocean or a river? Are you overlooking another planet with different colored environment? Good. Okay. You have successfully done level 2. Now we're going to move on to level 3, which will get even more magical. So get your imagination ready, and here we go. Imagine yourself in a beautiful library where you know that there is a secret door somewhere. So I want you to imagine the bookshelves all around you. They are filled with ancient tomes, fairy tales, recipes, all sorts of amazing old pieces of literature. Maybe they are so tall that they have those cool ladders that you have to slide around to get to where you want to go. Maybe you yourself have to get onto one of those ladders to find the perfect spot where your secret door is hidden. And so I want you to imagine your secret door. Is it a secret book you have to pull to unlock? Is it a cobblestone that you have to step on to open a trap door in the floor? Is it a magic word that you have to say, or incantation? Any magical door you can think of. And I want you to walk through that magical door that you have just opened, and what is inside. What is the secret that this hidden door was hiding from the world and keeping secret? Is it some specific knowledge that only very special people get to know? Or is it an ancient tool that is too powerful for any normal person to be trusted with? Is it a book that no one else has seen before or in many, many thousands of years? Is it a secret garden? Is it a spooky dungeon? What is behind your secret door? Good. Reset. Reset. Okay. Now I want you to imagine that you are in a bioluminescent forest where everything glows all around you. It could just be trees that are glowing, or there could be glowing mushrooms, magical flowers that grow. There could be little critters like slugs or forest spirits or fairies or whatever you want. Just imagine that this forest is full of glowing whimsy. What kind of plants do you see around you? What kind of critters do you see slinking around amongst the forest? Good. And reset. And as we move forward, I'm going to be leaving a few more silent gaps just to give your imagination the space to come up with your own amazing ideas. Now that we've gotten a good head start and I've given you some good beginning steps to get your imagination going, it's now up to you to fill in more of the gaps. Okay, reset. Reset. Now I want you to imagine that you're in a snowscape. It is gently snowing all around you. You're bundled up and super warm. And again, you hold out your hand and a perfect little snowflake falls right in your palm. And it's a magical snowflake that doesn't melt right away. You can look at it and see its incredibly intricate design. What kind of geometry or swirls or whatever do you see in this amazing little snowflake? Good. reset. Now I want you to imagine that you are sailing on a magical ship and it's the dead of night and you can see more stars in the sky than you have ever seen before. They are everywhere. What kind of constellations do you see? What kind of lore or history are behind these constellations? Can you see any images in the stars? Can you see distant planets or the swirl of a galaxy? Paint the sky with your imagination of stars. Good. Next, I want you to be back on the beach. It can be any kind of beach that you want, sandy or rocky. It could be day or night, but you do find a very, very special seashell that you've never seen before. And the seashell is a unique color with a very unique design. It looks like it came from some sort of magical creature, but you're not sure which. And as you imagine this seashell, you get the overwhelming urge to pick it up and put it to your ear. And what do you hear? Is it a song? Is it a whisper of magical words? Is it the ocean? Is it rain falling? What do you hear? Good. Next, I want you to imagine that we are having a little Alice in Wonderland moment, and you have been shrunk down into a very small size. And you are walking through a garden full of flowers. And these flowers all have their own personalities, and they're able to talk to you. And they bring you all sorts of little messages. So I want you to imagine, which flower do you run into? And what do they say to you, or sing to you, or dance for you? Good. Okay, next scene. Now we're going to imagine that you are standing in front of a pristine little pond. It is completely still with a mirror-like finish on top. It is surrounded by cattails and little frogs. And you look over the edge and see your own reflection. But instead of it being you as you are right now, it is you in your most magical form. So what do you see? Are you a witch or wizard? Are you an entirely different animal, like a unicorn or a dragon? Are you a little wisp of energy, a little cloud? What is your most magical form? Next, I want you to imagine that you are in a cloudscape. You are completely surrounded by clouds, and you have the ability to walk on every cloud that you see. And so I want you to imagine that you need to go up a cloud staircase. And each step that you take, you feel yourself sink in, but also be fully supported by these clouds. So step, 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 step. Good. Next, I want you to imagine that you have the ability to control the wind. Any way that you move your hands, the wind moves with it. So, with that power, what do you do? Can you move the stars in the sky with this ability? Can you rustle all the leaves in the trees? Can you send messages that can only be heard in the wind? Little whispers and magic incantations. Good. Next. Now I want you to imagine that you are in a wizard's workroom. You're surrounded by magical supplies, potion making, little magical creatures, old books, wands, anything that a wizard would have. And before you is this amazing ancient tome. It is a large magical book that you can tell has been passed down for centuries. And there is a very specific page open just for you. And as you look down, the letters glow and illuminate a spell just for you. So I want you to imagine what the text looks like. Is it in your native language? Is it pictures that you somehow magically understand? And what are you learning from this ancient glowing text? Alright, that was the end of level 3. You're doing so well, and your imagination is getting better and better by the minute. So next level, I'm going to be leaving even more empty spaces just to let your imagination run wild, or to give you space to feel sleepy or run away with a specific idea if inspiration has hit you. So, take a deep breath and ready yourself for level 4, because here we go. Okay, I want you to imagine that you are floating in the middle of space. You can breathe easily, you can move in any direction that you want to. You can go as fast as you want. You can get to anywhere that you want to in the whole galaxy. And I want you to imagine what you see all around you. Are you in the Milky Way? Can you see Earth and the Moon, or the Sun and Jupiter? Or are you in a new galaxy that you've never been to before, with all sorts of different colors and planets all around you? What does it feel like to float? Where do you want to go? Good. Next, I want you to imagine you've been handed a shimmering potion in a beautiful glass bottle. What color is this potion? What does it look like? Is it moving even though you're just holding the potion still? Is it bubbling or sparkling? Does it have a smell? And when you drink this potion, you're going to have the ability to talk to animals. So take a nice big swig of this potion. What does it taste like and feel like as your new power of talking to animals completely absorbs into your body? And what animal appears in front of you? And what conversation do you have? Good. Next prompt. Now I want you to imagine that you have found ancient ruins and there is a staircase leading below ground. And as you walk down these old stone steps, you can smell the dampness of the earth. There's moss everywhere. And as you get down the stairs, a big room opens in front of you, and something awakens, some magical power, some being, some ancient. What do you see in front of you? Next scene. Now I want you to imagine that you're on a walk in the forest and you hear a little rustling of leaves. It has a little ting in there too, a little tingle, a little chime noise that you haven't heard before. And you go and you find a leaf that is moving a little bit, and as you pick up the leaf, a fairy is under there. So what does this fairy look like? Do they have a glow about them, and what color is it? Are they happy to see you? Are they sassy? Do they want to ask you for more help, or do they just fly away? What do you see this little fairy do as you release it from its little leaf cage? Reset. Okay, and now I want you to imagine that you are in a regal bedroom of some sort. There's a huge 4-poster bed with a canopy and drapery. It looks very lush and royal. And on the wall is a huge full body mirror. And at first it shows your perfect reflection, but as you stand there a little longer, it is a portal into another world that is similar to yours, but also completely different. What do you see as you continue to look through the mirror? What is the same, but what is also completely different? Good. Next, I want you to imagine that you are sitting on top of a giant flying creature. It could be a huge golden bird, or a magnificent dragon, or a Pegasus. Just imagine any creature you can with big wings that you are easily able to ride on top of. And I want you to imagine where you're going. Where are you riding to? Are you needed for something? Are you escaping something? Are you going on an adventure? Are you going shopping? Foraging? What does the world look like around you? How does it feel to be flying? Now I want you to imagine that you are an underwater creature. You can perfectly swim and breathe underwater, and you are exploring an underwater city. Is it in the deep depths and dark? Or is it filled with light and glowing creatures? Is it in tropical waters? Is it filled with magic? What does your underwater city look like? Who are you swimming with? What are you doing? Good. Reset. Reset. Now I want you to imagine that you are in a magical cave that is completely made of crystals. And you have been tasked with finding a very specific and rare crystal that is needed for a very important ritual to ensure the safety of the town that you live in. So I want you to imagine walking through this crystal cave, What color are the crystals? And what is the crystal look like that you are specifically looking for? Does this crystal that you find have a different feel to it? Is it warm? Is it extra cold? Does it vibrate a little? Do you have to mine it out with a pickaxe, or can you say some magic words to make it come to you? Good. Next, I want you to imagine that you are in the middle of a labyrinth and you've gotten to a room where there are millions of keys all around you and only one door with one beautiful shining lock on it. And you have some sort of special magical ability to figure out exactly what key you need. So what kind of powers of deduction do you have to find this special key? What makes this key special or different? And what is behind this amazing locked door? What does it sound like to have all these keys everywhere? Do they move? Or are they still and stacked up? Good. Reset. Reset. Congratulations, you have completed level 4 of your imagination lessons. We are going to move on to the final level of level 5, and these are going to be some of the most whimsical and magical and fantastical things that you can think of and come up with. So take your time, relax, and let whatever your imagination can come up with come through. It's time to really create and experience the joys of life outside of normal life and all of the different things that you can do. Again, I'll be leaving a little bit more space in between each prompt just so your imagination has time to come up with all of the answers that it wants without being too pinpointed by my prompts or ideas. So you've done such a good job. I'm so proud of you. You're already becoming a more imaginative, creative, beautiful-minded person. And so get ready for level 5. First, I want you to imagine that you are again floating in the sky, but this time there is a magical star being that needs to talk to you and give you an important message or spell or anything that you can think of. Good. Reset. Reset. Now I want you to imagine that on a wall is an enormous magical painting that you can simply walk right into. So I want you to tell me or think to yourself what it feels like to go through that threshold to get through the painting. What do you see? What world are you stepping into? And what do you want to do there? It can be a cartoon land or a realistic world. Good. Reset. Reset. Now I want you to imagine that you have the ability to transform into anything in the world or in the universe or wherever. You can become other people. You can change your appearance. You can become any animal, any creature, any inanimate object, any spiritual being or God. I want you to imagine yourself going through that transformation process. Is it instantaneous or is it come in phases? Who do you become? What do you become? And what do you do with this new power? Good. Reset. Reset. Now I want you to imagine that you have the ability to have a magic pen that anything that you write down or draw comes to life or happens in real life. So what does your magic pen look like? What does your paper look like that you're gonna write on? Or can you just write in the sky? What does the ink look like as you write? Is it magical looking or is it just plain black ink? What do you write or draw to apparate in front of you or to change about the world in front of you? Good. Reset. Reset. Now I want you to imagine that you are walking through a fantasy cobbled town where there's little shops everywhere. You can smell baked goods. There's a magical shop. There are cute little cats everywhere. And just as you're walking by an alleyway, somebody grabs you and takes you into the alleyway to ask you for something. What does this person look like? What do they need from you? What kind of adventure are you about to start? Good. Reset. Reset. Now I want you to imagine that you have just made your way to a castle that has never been visited by mortals before, and it's even a little bit difficult to fully tell that this is a castle or to understand what's really in front of you. There seems to be a lot of things that are activated and moved by sound, and light doesn't seem to work the way that it normally does. What does this castle look like in front of you? And what are you here to do at this castle? Good. And reset. Reset. And now I want you to imagine that you have the ability to reverse time. And you can do with this whatever you want. You can use it for short-term goals, like if someone's about to drop a cup and you reverse time to stop the cup from dropping. Or do you use this as a way to rewrite history? Where would you go? What would you redo? What kinds of things would be most important to use this time reversing power? And it reverses all time, not just time for you. Good. And reset. Reset. Next, I want you to imagine that you have a unique new sense where anytime that you hear music or sound or words, any sound also creates a visual picture for you. It could be just a burst of color, or it could be a squiggly line, or it could be a specific picture or scenescape. And I want you to imagine that you're hearing and seeing something so beautiful that it touches your soul. Is it a song that you've heard before that now has a new life with all of these visual additions? Is it the words of a loved one? What do you hear? And what do you see? Good. And reset. Reset. Next, I want you to imagine that you are there before time in life has even existed, and it is your responsibility to create the universe. You can create it from whatever you want to, whether it's feelings or movements or music or magic. It could be a big bang, it could be you painting, whatever you want. How do you create this brand new universe? Good. And reset. Reset. And this is going to be our last prompt of the day. As we've gone through all these imagination exercises, maybe you've noticed a theme or a recurring vision or sound that keeps coming up for you. And so I want you to imagine whatever you want to for this last prompt. What kind of amazing magical things has your subconscious been trying to bring to light? What do you want to bring to the forefront of your mind? And spend more time imagining. I'll give you a little extra time to just work on whatever it is that your imagination needs to bring to life right now. Okay, good. And reset. Reset. Congratulations, you made it all the way through level 5 of your imagination practice. You are already a more creative and imaginative person, and you've come up with so many unique and amazing ideas today. I hope they can help you continue to have fun daydreams, or maybe they'll go to a creative project if you are an artist or a writer, or just want to have a little fun on your own. Thank you so much for all of your hard work today. I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job, and I can't wait to see you again soon for more imagination practice. Thank you. Good night.